We all got an early start from the shelter this morning, but not as early as Wolfie. Wolfie beat us out by about an hour. He's gonna be meeting friends, but we're headed to the town of Boiling Springs, PA, a great little trail town, and from there into Carlisle, where I think we're gonna get a hotel room maybe tonight. And yeah, more on that later. But right now, we're trying to get to Boiling Springs, PA for lunch. And once again, food is a great motivator, and this trail has been pretty nice so far. So it's 13 miles into Boiling Springs. And if the trail stays like this, we should be making great time, especially with that motivation. And I'm looking forward to a section that's coming up. I've been waiting for it. I wasn't sure where it was. I remember it from my section hike last year, and it's just a great, tough little section. And I noticed it on the AWOL guide last night. He described it in, they say a rock maze. So I think it's about a half a mile of a rock maze. It's tough. It's challenging, it's fun, and I'm looking forward to it. That's coming up as we head into Boiling Springs. Just starting to warm up, and today is going to be beautiful. The weather has definitely turned, and it's sunny. It's going to be warm today, and even warmer tomorrow and the day after that. So hopefully we've turned the corner, and we can start all complaining about how hot it is. Good morning. All right, onward to Boiling Springs. Just gonna have to get my feet wet on this one. We made it to Center Point Knob. This is the original halfway point when the AT started at Mount Oglethorpe to Katahdin. But now it's just a plaque. There's a whole story behind that, but I won't get into it now. Well, we've come all the way down the ridge into the Cumberland Valley, and now we're cutting across some wheat fields and heading into Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania. I can see Wolfie up ahead of me, Grateful behind me. Grateful and I have been hiking, I think, together most of the morning. And Showtime and Kamikaze are behind us. So we're all gonna be rolling into town here roughly around the same time. You gotta get everything. This is real, behind the scenes, AT. Apparently they're redoing the pond here in Boiling Springs. But normally, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It was a good hike. I took through it too. I haven't had one like this.
Looks pretty good. We're here for lunch.
Wait first.
At the cafe here in Boiling Springs. We had a great lunch at the cafe here in Boiling Springs. Definitely recommend that. Great sandwiches. But now we're heading out of town. Got about 7 miles or so down to Carlisle. Should be a pretty easy section of trail. And I think we're gonna swing by the outfitter here on the way out of town. I actually need to get a headlamp. My headlamp is on the fritz. It's done. But I think I might hold up. All right, let me check in here.
It is a thick because it's actually a full valve.
You'll never guess who we just ran into.
We're back.
Happy Camp Airs.
We're still here. I'd say let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, of my butt? Or of my wonderful tags?
It was nice to run into Pace and Deceiver again. It's been a little while since I've seen him. We've been kind of right around each other, and I knew I was going to catch up to him sooner or later. Just didn't know when. And they're just right there. I can see them. But they're doing 14 today, so they're going to go past where we're going. So, yeah, I'll be playing catch up to them again. We're all spread out. I can see Pace and Deceiver. Pace always at the lead, right? And Grateful and Kamikaze just ahead of me. And Wolfie right behind me. So like I said, he's meeting family here in Carlisle. And me, Kamikaze, Showtime, and Grateful are gonna get a couple of motel rooms. I was originally planning on staying in Duncannon, but it's gonna work out a little better, I think. And it's only a day earlier than I planned. So, but I've got a bunch of videos I need to upload. So that's what I'm gonna be doing most of the night, but we're not there yet. We still have probably 2.5 miles. This is definitely a different part of the AT. But I love these unique parts. Sometimes it's even more exciting. It just can break up the monotony, you know, always looking at your feet, looking at the rocks. It's a little bit different scenery. So it's nice. And as usual, I'm around a great group of people. Great group of people. Love it, love it. You may have noticed also, I packed out a nice cold soda. Who needs water when you got soda? And you're doing a 7-mile section of the AT and that's it. Hashtag hike or trash. Live it, love it, be it. That's the footbridge over the highway to Carlisle. So head down right here. Just a short walk. Somehow they missed the turn, the cutoff or whatever. But Showtime, Kamikaze coming up behind me.
Enjoy.
Just another hiker dinner.
Hell yeah.
All right, we finished up dinner. It was great. And stopped by the gas station to pick up a few treats. And now we're going back to the hotel. And that's probably gonna wrap up most of tonight. So we did about 20 miles today, 19, 20 to get here. And got a big dinner and I've even got some leftovers, so. It's gonna be a great night back at the hotel, editing and getting ready for tomorrow. Another big day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, we had a nice lazy morning here in the hotel. Got up around 8:30, went out and had breakfast. And now we're all packed up, having a leisurely morning, but we're heading out, back to the trail. Let's get going. All right, back on the trail. Let's go. Woo! Heading through Carlisle, and I don't know if we're going into Duncannon or how we're gonna work that out. We're still gonna decide. We got a couple miles to do it. I think it's about 14 to the shelter before Duncannon, 17 into Duncannon. And yeah, that's what we're looking at. Let's enjoy this beautiful day out here. I'll be hiking with Kamikaze, Showtime, and Grateful. And I'm grateful for that. All right, let's go, guys. It's been a pretty great day so far, I gotta say. It's a little bit warm out here, but not too bad. And it's supposed to rain, but really that could happen anytime, but hasn't happened yet. But the temps are fine, so I'm not really too worried about that. A little rain might even feel good. I do have something to report though. I had my first tick. Definitely others have seen them already. They're definitely out. They've been out for a while. But for me, I had the first one, and it was a big one. Jumped right on me, right on trail, and I felt him jump on me. That's how big he was. So I just brushed him off, but that means I'm going to have to step up my tick checks, basically. So we're in that season. I do permethrin all my clothes. In fact, I just did that in Harper's Ferry again. So everything's fresh with permethrin. And I usually in the morning, I put 100% DEET on my legs. I did not this morning because we were at the hotel and it just didn't happen. So, you know, just a note to myself to be on top of that now. Because like I said, they've been out for a while, but when you have one jump on you, it changes it. I've got a couple of options for today. I think everybody else is going to the shelter right before Duncannon, like I said, mainly because Kamikaze has a hammock. So, because the only other option is a hostel in town, which we don't want to do that. We just paid for the hotel. So, the other option is you can tent in one of the churches. But Kamikaze's got a hammock, so he would be a little concerned about that. So they're going to stay at the shelter, but I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get into town if I get to that area at a reasonable time, which I think I should. But I'm going to go into town and get a burger at the famous Doyle Hotel here in Duncannon, PA. It's one of the places I stopped last year on my section hike when I ended it. And yeah, it was a great burger, and I'm looking forward to getting another one. Even though I just had dinner out last night. This will be the last town, I think, definitely for a few days. I also need to do a light resupply. So, but I'll probably meet up with everybody because they're going to camp just on the outside and then head into town in the morning. So I'll probably meet back up and then hike out of town with them. So now you know what I'm doing, what I think I'm doing. Of course, those plans might change. You never know. You got to keep it open out here. That's for sure. So that hill wasn't that much elevation. I don't know, a few hundred feet, but it was steep. Some of these sections here in Maryland and Southern PA, steep, that's the word. So, you know, everybody says, oh, it's easy now, but it's not always easy. It's just harder for a shorter amount of time. But that's not easy. Well, apparently we all came to our own conclusion separately, independently, on our own. But we all agreed that we're not going to stay at the Cove Mountain Shelter. We're all going to go into town. So, because why would you do that? Well, there are some reasons to do it, but we're not going to do it. But I did think it was kind of funny that we all came to the same conclusion independently. We got some pretty nice views there at Hawk Rock. Now it's a pretty tough descent. Today has definitely been very rocky. And we're not even to the Rocksylvania part of the state yet, so I don't know. But the last few days have been pretty rocky. But we're on our way down now into Duncannon. We'll explore our options once we get there and figure out what we're gonna do. Yep, 2 bunks. Code is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Philly, man. Seems like it was fun out there.
Remember, it's back on trail?
Just some food at the Doyle.
For like 4 days.
I'm like grateful that he's going to town and we're going to town.
What was it? He was taking a video.
No, you gotta stay behind my back.
I've been around Appalachian Trail. That was the one area.
As I was doing that, like the folds of the garage door.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
My wife lost it as well?
You see his soles on those things? They're pretty good.
Going out in style.
We're making our way out of Duncannon this morning. We had a great night at the Doyle Hotel, the restaurant, and Grateful and I had a great night at the hostel. Everything charged up, everything ready to go, ready to enjoy another day out here on the AT. Try to cross this series of roads without getting hit by a car, and then we'll be back in the woods. Crossing over the Susquehanna right now.
Stop right here.
Well, there's like enough.
So our original plan was to do about a 20-mile day and get to a tent site. But we had lunch and we saw 12 miles. No, I'm sorry. We saw 16 miles to go and it was noon. So I'm not sure if we can do that kind of mileage because we've had a few sections here along this trail which are just rocky and just slow going, you know, maybe half a mile an hour. So it's kind of eaten into our budget. We're learning a new terrain basically as these trails run us up on top of this ridge and these ridges. So it's just another learning curve, you know. We had to kind of bump everything up as we were going through Virginia, Shenandoahs. We were able to do much quicker times, but now we're getting slowed back down and we gotta learn this new system. So that'll probably take a few days and by then it'll probably change again. That's part of it. But we're doing all right. Kamikaze's a couple people behind me because he didn't really twist his knee, but he's got a little knee pain going on right now and it's not looking good. So we'll see how that progresses. But yeah, we're just trucking along, enjoying the day. And we're kind of all sticking together. We've had some great conversations today. So, you know, it's one of the great things being on trail and just having that, getting to know everybody. All right, another hill, another little climb here. So coming into the rocks, I'll check in later on the trail. So when I was in town yesterday, I had someone ask me if I was a thru hiker. I said yes. And they asked if how I liked life on the trail. And without hesitation, I just said, I love it. And I've just been thinking as I'm walking today about that exact thing, how much I love the trail life, like just living on the trail. The camaraderie, the resupplies, the monotony. Sometimes it's just boring, but sometimes it's absolutely beautiful and moving, and it's just the whole gamut. It runs the whole spectrum, and I love it. I love it all. So thanks for letting me share some of that love with you. And you probably love it a little bit too. Not a bad view. Little side trail leads to Table Rock. This is the view from Table Rock. All right, I'm just going down the trail. And lo and behold, look who's in front of me. It's Rental and Unicorn. Woo! What's going on? I knew I'd catch you guys sometime.
Oh yeah, man.
We've been like right.
It's been kind of brutal on the feet today, you know. I mean, the weather's been great, but it's been kind of a real day for me. You know, I'm like kind of.
Yeah, I think all of us are in that.
Yeah.
Well, nice to run into you guys.
Hey, peace.
Just hanging out down here by the spring. We decided to pull into a camp about 2 miles before our intended camp originally. Kamikaze's knees bothering him, so we're gonna take it easy and just camp here. It was so nice to run into Rental and Unicorn. I've been following them for a little while now, but yeah, always nice to see them. Happiest known time. Rental Explorers is the YouTube channel, in case you don't know. Check them out. Always great videos. But we're gonna got the tent set up. Camp tours are pretty much done. Going to move on to dinner. One of the best times of the day. Ended up doing about 18, I think, for today. So not a bad day at all. And didn't get started till a little after 9, walking out of Duncannon. So yeah, pretty good day all in all. And just like yesterday, we're gonna do it again tomorrow. So get some dinner together though. We're all hungry. I think everybody's here. So yeah, get together, hang out, chat. But dinner first.
I could tell it's not very comfortable.
It was, wow.